Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna go through what I've been using in my weekly makeup basket, just give you some thoughts on what I've been using, and then we'll go through what I'm gonna be using the rest of September.
You ready? You got me running.
First, let's talk about primer. This is also gonna be in my project pan for the fall, so you'll see this again. But we have the Wet n Wild Water Drop Primer and the Cucumber scent. It's a great hydrating, smoothing primer. Nothing overly special about it. Had it for a while, just want to use it up, get it out of my collection. And then let's see, foundation wise, I've been using my Makeup Forever Ultra HD. And my shade is Y215. This is one of my favorite foundations. It's actually one of the foundations that I wore, well, it is the foundation I wore on my wedding day. I love the finish that it gives, very skin-like, very medium to full coverage is what I think you can get out of it. Also working on finishing up this bottle of it. We'll be putting it away though for this next part of the makeup basket, but one of my favorite foundations. Next product here I have is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder in Translucent. Just a setting powder I've been using to set everything. Sometimes I use this to set my eyelids before doing my eyeshadow. Also, spoiler alert, in my project pan for the fall. Just want to use this, get it out of my collection. It's one of my older products. Another product I have here is my CoverGirl Outlast Active Cooling Setting Mist for all day wear. This is the setting spray I wear on a daily basis. I do have a different finishing spray, which we'll see when I talk about my other products. But like this, not my favorite, but it's good. Over concealers and my corrector real quick. For my under eye corrector, I have been using my Benefit Erase Paste. This is in this really old packaging. I'm in the shade number 1 Fair, but I think this does a great job of canceling out my darkness that I have on my inner corners, and just making me look really awake. And then for under my eyes, I've been using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Really prefer this to the original version of the Camo Concealer. Just does a really good job. Doesn't crease or anything on me, doesn't look crepey. And then if I have a blemish or something to conceal, I use which one is this? The Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer in the shade Snow. For highlighter, I've had 2 of them in this last basket here. I have the one from Morphe in Extra. Just I'll swatch it out here for you. Just a gold. See, we get it focused? Yeah, okay. It's just a gold for you, very kind of everyday, pretty. And then my MAC Mineralized Skin Finished in Lightscapade. This is very natural. I wear this over my tinted moisturizer. This is very lit from within. As far as bronzer is concerned, I've had 2 of them in here. I've had the e.l.f. in Forever Sunkissed. And then I've had this Natasha Denona Bronze and Glow palette in here as well. I've not used the highlighter in here, but just this bronzer shade. It's alright, but it's more, I would need more of a tan to continue using this right now, so we're gonna put this away. Now for blush, I've had 2 very neutral, natural looking options in here. Had the CoverGirl Cheekers blush, and this one is in Natural Shimmer. And then one of the e.l.f. bite-sized duos. This one is in Watermelon. Again, I don't use the highlight on here, just the blush. I do have a review of these bite-sized both cheek and eyeshadows coming. So those have been in there. And then as far as eyeshadow is concerned, I've had a couple of different things in there. As we all know, we just went over the Pumpkin Spice palette. I've also had my Makeup Geek quad. Let's see, it doesn't give me its name on here. Oh, Bronze Solstice. So there's that quad. And then my tried and true e.l.f. palette in the Made for Matte. This is just great to have to pair with any palette. It's my companion palette, in my opinion. And then I did have this e.l.f. bite-sized in there in Cream and Sugar. Enjoyed this one a lot. And then for brows, I'm working on some of my back stock of my Benefit products. I had the Benefit Ka-Brow in there. Not my favorite pomade, but working through it ever so slowly. And then I had the Precisely My Brow Pencil, which will also stay in the, spoiler alert, stay in for the next rotation. And then the Benefit Get Me Brow. These are all in the shade 3. My mascara that I've been using is the Giorgio Armani in the Eyes to Kill in the non-waterproof version. This was a splurge. I've wanted it for years and I'm really disappointed in it. Not worth the $30 some I spent on this, but we'll keep trucking along with it. The 2 lip products that I've been using are also part of my fall project pan. We have the Buxom Lip Plumper in Sandy, and then the Maybelline Superstay Crayon in, what shade are we? Anyway, doesn't say, but just this neutral shade for fall. So we'll still be getting some use out of these in the next basket, but have some new colors to share. So that's what I had been using. Now let's get into what I will be using. Let's start with base products. So I am gonna keep in my Wet n Wild Drop Primer. Whoop. I'm also gonna be bringing in my Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. I just wanna start getting some use out of this. As it starts to get cooler, my skin will start to get a little bit drier, so just want to keep it hydrated, stay ahead of the game, and not get any dry patches. The other primer I'm also going to be bringing in is this Too Faced Primed and Poreless Pressed Powder. I mean, nothing really to see, it's a pressed powder, but I do like this just around my pores over my nose. So those are going to be my 3 primers. Let's see here. As far as foundation, if you watched my haul video when I went to Kansas City, you know that I went to a cosmetic company outlet and I picked up the Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Foundation. So starting to test this out. So we'll be bringing this in. I am in the shade Snow. I'll be on the lookout for a review for this. So this will be my full coverage days. And then for days that I just want something light, we're going to be using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Tinted Moisturizer. I'm in the shade 4N. Now for under eye corrector this round, I'm going to be bringing out my Charlotte Tilbury corrector in the shade Fair 1. Looking forward to seeing how this performs and lives up to my Benefit Erase Paste. I've heard great things about this, so we'll see if it lives up to its claims. And then for the under eyes, we're gonna go with Milani Conceal and Perfect. I did pick up the shade 110 Nude Ivory. Looking forward to trying this out. And then we'll still have my blemish or spot concealing with the Too Faced. And then if I want a little bit more coverage on the days that I wear the Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer, I am going to bring in the Too Faced Born This Way pressed powder in Snow. Alright, as far as setting powder, or setting spray, excuse me, is concerned, we'll bring back in my CoverGirl setting spray. And then we'll just go ahead and get this out of the way. For finishing spray, we have the Maybelline Glass Spray. This is newer to me. It seems to be working fine. So I'll keep testing this out and give a review on it. The brow products are going to be the same that I went over in the first part of the video. Let's talk about bronzer. This is, if I can get it out of here. So this is new to me, but it's the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in Sunlight. There we go. So we'll be bringing this in. And then also from my cosmetic outlet haul, we'll be bringing in the Too Faced Naturally Pretty Face Palette. So this will also give me a bronzer option, highlight, and my blush options. So excited to use that. If you know me, you all know that I like blush and highlighter, so I do have a couple more options. I want to bring in the ColourPop blush stick in Invite Only. So we'll be bringing that in. And then the highlight stick in Starbright. Okay, and then my last highlighter is going to be my Ofra Mini in Rodeo Drive. All right. Now the real fun for me starts with our eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna bring in an old trusty palette, the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. Very fall, very neutral, but just, you know, it's pretty. Can't go wrong with it. One of the other palettes that I'm bringing in is new to me, but it's the BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland. And it just, I mean, how much more perfect could this be for fall? So we'll get some fun use out of that. Maybe do a 3 looks 1 palette. And then, like I said, I do have some videos coming up with the e.l.f. Bite Size palette. So I have Carnival Candy in here. See what we can do with that one. And then I have Rosewater in here as well. e.l.f. also recently put out their version of liquid glitters or liquid glitter eyeshadows. So I want to play with a couple of the neutral shades. We have Flirty Birdie and Copper Pop. So I thought those would be fun to pop on the lid. And then my last 2 eyeshadows here. I picked up this palette from Milani in Burning Desire. Got some reflective packaging, sorry. And then my Natasha Denona Mini Star palette. Okay. So the last thing we want to talk about here are some lip options. So obviously we have my 2 from my Project Pan. And then I want to bring in my ColourPop cream lipstick in Playing Games. Next color we have here is going to be my lippy stick from ColourPop and Cami. Then I have my other lippy stick in Gold Digger. So we'll finish it up with my two liquid lipsticks I have from Ofra. Here I have this mini in Sanibel. And this one is in Unzipped. Just a really pretty berry for the fall. So guys, that will complete the makeup basket for the month of September. Keep your eyes out for reviews on the Smitten in Switzerland palette. We'll have a 3 Looks 1 palette coming with it. I'll also be reviewing my Do You from Too Faced. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a good day.